I didn't realize that I didn't have to like settle for that. Like I don't have to settle for lower rates. I don't have to settle for having like 3 clients a week. I can be
Yes.
fully booked out and still be
Yes.
doing what I love. It's been amazing. I mean, everything that you guys have coached me to do has helped me grow. The numbers I'm doing now, I never imagined that I would be doing like 3 months ago. I wish that I didn't hesitate is what I would say, because then I would have had like 6 months of 10,000 profit a month versus just 3 right now where I'm getting started, where it's like, obviously it's better late than never, but the sooner you get started, the sooner you're going to see the profit.
I'm right here with Nicoletta. We are on our 3rd month of working together. Prior to working, Nicoletta was doing 2,000, yes?
Yes,
And
about
then
2,000.
our 1st month working, she did 9.6. We just ended our 3rd month. You did about 10.4, 10.2. How's your experience been so far?
I mean, honestly, it's been great. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was a little like skeptical, a little nervous
For sure.
because I had never like invested money like that into myself, and I wasn't sure if the advertising would work. But it's been amazing. I mean, everything that you guys have coached me to do has helped me grow, and the numbers I'm doing now, I never imagined that I would be doing like 3 months ago.
No,
So.
that's awesome. I felt like when I first seen your work in your portfolio, like I could already tell the skill was there. Like you're good at what you do, you're good at what you craft. And oftentimes what you're just missing is the right audience. How many inquiries were you kind of getting on a weekly basis prior versus like when you started and the ads went up?
Before I started the ads, I would say I was getting like maybe 10 inquiries a week. Now it's like easily over 50 a week. Like it's kind of it's a lot, you know. Suffering
Yeah,
from success right now.
that's a good feeling. And that's what we always tell people too is like advertising really opens up like all these opportunities, yes, but all these problems you then have to solve. And it's just like, can you tell people a little bit about how your day to day is while you're like tattooing, then getting to messages, and then
Well, I feel like with any business, you get out what you put in. So I kind of dedicate my whole life to my work at this point. I wake up, I go to work, I do at least like 2 big appointments a day, and then in between that, I'm messaging clients back. And when I'm done with that, I finish messaging clients, do the designs for the next day, like try to log all my numbers, and you just keep my schedule going. And so
so you've been
just
busy.
very, very busy.
How was it like before in your business? Like, what were the feelings you had? I know it was a little slower. What was that like?
I think I felt like I wasn't getting as much growth as I should have for the quality of work that I had and like the experience that I had. I mean, I'm young, but I've been tattooing for 4 years now, and I'm a very like charismatic person. So it's very easy for me to get clients. But if your content isn't being recommended to the right audience, how are the clients going to find you? And so I kind of felt very like stagnant. Like I didn't feel like I was really growing at the rate that I wanted to be growing. And then now with doing the ads, I feel like I'm seeing the numbers that like I should be seeing for where I'm at, as well as the ads helping my like organic content. So everything has just been on the up since I started, to be honest.
And how fast did that happen? Like when we started, when we launched ads?
Within 30 days, like as soon as the ads started going, it was going.
Yeah, it was overwhelming.
Yeah,
I
it
remember.
was. Yeah, I was overwhelmed, but you know, that's why we have like the whole team
Yeah.
here. I felt like very supported. I didn't feel like alone in that struggle. So,
No, for sure. That's something I'm really big on, and like we don't advertise it, we don't put it out, but like, we like to grow with artists ultimately, and like our goal is not to just work with you 1 month and then boom, whatever. Like we definitely want to keep the numbers climbing and just keep you organized as best as we can.
I appreciate like I see that a lot in the work too, even just like between me and you communicating, like when we do like our recaps at the end of the month, we kind of come up with like new goals for the next month. Like we're still
Yes.
working towards ultimate goals of like how much income I want to be making and like the numbers and all of that, but it's also just like managing schedule, like making it easier on me, and figuring out what works best
Yes.
with like getting the most business and also the most free time.
For sure, and that's a big thing too, is like we want to have artists do what they love. And so what we found is like it's best to understand what you want to do, right? Because like let's say you could do multiple styles. You have anime, you have cyber sigillism, you have a bunch of stuff you could do. But like, let's say this didn't happen, but let's say the cyber sigillism stuff was taken off, but you really wanted to do anime tattoos. Like, we don't want to box you into things you're not doing. So
Hmm.
it's very important that, like, yes, we need to make money. Yes, we need to get the shit in, but at the same time, it's like it has to be a business that you actually love.
Yes, exactly. And I do feel that a lot because we like create multiple different ads. We see what works best, and then we also talk about like, okay, so this is what's doing good, but what do you want to be doing? Like I
Yes.
remember we were talking about that last month, and then we kind of like create new scripts and build from there, and just use what's working and shift it towards what I want to be doing.
Can you run me through your numbers?
Yeah, before we started working together, before I started doing any type of ads, I was making about 2,000 a month in organic income. And then first month when we started working together, it was like 10K, and I had never seen that much money come in my life. So that was like really crazy, and then realizing that we can even push it further from there.
Yes.
And then it's been consistent from there. Like second month was around 7K, third month this month has been over 10K. So I'm just, man.
Yeah, I think within 3 months we made about like maybe around 27,000, and we've only spent honestly under 2,000 in ads, I want to say.
Yeah, which is also crazy about that too. Like you were saying, this month we only did 600 in ad spend and then profit 10K.
Yeah,
So
that's nuts. That's like that's over a 10x ROAS, return on ad spend, to get a little nerdy. Like, a lot of people celebrate a 2 to 3x ROAS, but like, dude, 10x plus is fucking nuts. Like, I love it. Has that opened up your eyes about just like business and tattooing and how that kind of,
1,000,000%. I don't think I was looking very deeply at the business aspect of tattooing before, because it is like a very big passion of
for
mine. And
sure.
so I was just kind of happy to be doing what I love, but I didn't realize that I didn't have to like settle for that. Like I don't have to settle for lower rates. I don't have to settle for having like 3 clients a week. I can be
Yes.
fully booked out and still be
Yes.
doing what I love.
No, exactly. And that's the hardest part, especially with tattooers, because it's like it's the art versus the business, and we all love the art, right? But like when you only focus on art, you just ignore this other aspect, and you're not alone. Like, so
Yeah.
many tattooers go through it. What advice would you give to people like that?
Honestly, I do see a lot of tattoo artists who struggle with that kind of thing, with like getting the amount of revenue that they need to just keep up with their month to month life based on their like what they love to do. A lot of people have to do the kind of thing where they work 2 jobs, like one that feeds the wallet, one that feeds the soul, as they say. But if you just invest that money into yourself, you invest it into the ads, into what you love, you will receive the profit that you deserve. As long as the quality is there, as long as like you're very personable, you're good with
For sure.
people, it's very easy to be marketable.
100% agreed, and I always tell people that too. Like, we can't just hop in and then magically it just happens. It's like you have to do your part too, and so as much as I'd like to say, yeah, we came in and we helped you, at the same time, you did a lot of the heavy lifting too. Like, you were able to do the videos in a way that resonated with people, which is its own skill, like hopping on camera, being confident, doing all that. Not only that, you handled all the messaging, which is overwhelming, talking to all these people, and a lot of them won't book. And then just communicating with the clients. Can you run people through like the actual hard work that you had to do for this to succeed?
Yeah, honestly, it was a bit of a learning curve. I know you told me like I'm pretty good in the DMs, but there were some pointers that I needed to learn about like just how to be good as far as the business aspect and making clients like they're getting something exclusive. Like
Yes.
the exclusivity is very huge on that, and then also just being personal. I think something that I think is really important is making the clients feel very comfortable, feel welcome, like it's a personal interaction rather than just a business transaction.
Yes.
I think that's really huge, and that's something that's helped me a lot. So like just being myself, but also being very professional,
Yeah.
and making sure the clients like know that they're getting quality as well as like a good time. Like just yesterday, I was tattooing this girl, and she had told me like she had been to like many tattoo artists, and the whole experience was just very awkward. Like no music, no talking, no anything. It was just
Yeah.
like she almost felt like they didn't want to be tattooing her.
Wow.
And so when she came into my shop and, we were just like very friendly, very, very casual, it was almost like we like bonded pretty much immediately, and she felt very comfortable, and then also got an amazing full back piece at a great price.
Yeah.
So that's how you get people coming back.
The service.
Yeah, the service is very huge, and a lot of tattoo artists lack on that, to be honest. It's like a bad reputation that tattoo artists have.
For sure.
And as far as communication with clients, like it can be very overwhelming. Like sometimes I get over 100 messages from different people a day, and it's just about keeping up on that and going through and making sure you treat everybody with the same respect and same attention to importance, because every client is important, and every client can become a repeat client if you treat them right.
Absolutely. And your attitude above all is really what serves for the success, because everybody has a different mindset and the way they approach it. But like at the end of the day, I feel like if somebody's inquiring, DMing you specifically, they like your art. They give a fuck. And so like a lot of times I do find when I'm onboarding clients and I'm shifting their mindset, it's like, well, he hit me up. And it's like, no, like we're here for them. I might cut this part, but just to say it, I had a
Yeah.
situation the other day where a client was he pretty much hit up the artist and he gave the artist his number, and then the artist goes, you want a tattoo from me? Here's my number. Call me. And I'm like, bro, what are
Oh
we
my gosh.
doing? Like,
That's what I'm saying is like, unfortunately, tattoo artists have this reputation of having this like huge ego and being very hard to work with. Like I
Yes.
see a lot of memes online where it's like tattoo artists when they have to tattoo, and it's like, oh my god, like I hate my life. But it's like you chose to do this job, and if
Yeah.
it really is a passion in your life and something that you want to be doing for the rest of your life and make a sustainable business, like you have to learn how to integrate that business aspect with the art.
Yes.
You
So
can't have
important.
this ego about your art, because yes, people are hitting you up for your art, but it's also a service. Like us as tattoo artists, we can't do anything without clients. Like we would be nothing without our clients. So you have to
100%.
give them an amount of respect for that.
Yeah, and again, the mindset and the attitude is what's going to allow you to keep winning. Because as we get more successful with everyone, it's like you start to develop a little bit of an ego, and then you got to check it, and you're like, yo. So I understand it, but at the same time, like, you're right, it's service first. Is there anything that I guess you've learned or you've seen from working with us these past 3 months?
I think especially on the business aspect, as I mentioned, I feel like I've learned so much. I mean, just being a like independent artist, basically. I mean, I
Yeah.
work at a shop, but you can only learn so much about like how to manage social media and how to build your business through your social media by working at like an old school tattoo shop, you know?
For sure.
So that was something I kind of had to learn on my own, and I was kind of struggling with before I had started working with you guys. And I feel like I've kind of like got it down to a science now. Like
Yeah.
I know how to interact with the clients, how to keep my schedule pretty clean,
Yes.
and then also keep my like personal schedule rolling, where like I'm making designs and I'm tattooing and replying, and I'm learning to not be overwhelmed with it, and definitely
Yes.
not get an ego about it,
Yes.
because it can stop at any point. That's like
Yeah.
what I had mentioned earlier, like you get out what you put in. So if you ever stop putting in that same amount of work, like the results are going to drop.
For sure, you see it right away. I run so many ads. I get so many people in my comments like just killing me. Am I a legit service, Nicoletta?
Yes, I swear, I promise. Like, I was skeptical about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was really
Yeah.
skeptical about it. And it, like, I remember I had hit you up at one point and we were talking about doing it, but I didn't have the money to put down right away. And then like a few months later, I had the money, and then somebody from your team had like called me, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it. If I'll try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really like about you guys too. But one thing I really like about you guys is that it's very like non-committal. Like you do it on like a month-to-month basis. So
Yes.
if you try it for a month and it doesn't work, you're not obligated to stay. But if it does work, then
Yeah.
then you end up like me.
Like that's the biggest thing, man, is I don't like trapping people into commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these companies do like 3 month terms, 6 month terms. I'm so fucking confident, like I could get people results in 1 month, and I'm like, yo, let's just do month to month. You'll see that it makes sense, and I love
Exactly.
that.
And also, like, something that did make me feel more confident was seeing like artist testimonials like this. So I
Yeah,
hope that I can help you guys get the business that you deserve, because I
thank
feel
you.
like it's a very unique type of approach that not a lot of people kind of do. Like, you
Yes,
personalize the ads based on the person's style and like their audience, and very very customizable,
yeah, so
and
important.
like try a lot of different formats to see what works. Where some people are like, okay, this is what has worked for other people, so we're gonna keep doing this for you, and like this is the formula.
Yep.
But that's not always the case. Like, everybody has a different audience, so having that very dynamic approach and then having a team of people you can talk to and learn from
Yes.
is like very huge. So I a million percent legitimate business, guys, I swear.
Like from a tattooer's perspective, why do you think people are so hesitant when it comes to like taking a risk on business, and like what made you say, all right, let me try this?
Um, Honestly, I feel like it's what I had mentioned earlier, where like some tattoo artists aren't so focused on the business perspective of it. They're more so concerned about like improving their art and things like that, which is very important.
Yes.
But if you want to be successful, you do have to integrate that business aspect. And a lot of tattoo artists are just getting by month to month. Like, that's how I was before I started working with you guys. Like, now I'm able to build up a savings and like do the things that I need to do and feel very
Awesome.
comfortable and not worry
Hmm.
month to month. But many tattoo artists, I know many people who do struggle like that.
For
And so
sure.
putting down the investment on doing the ads, and then like obviously it takes time to like do the scripts, do the filming for the ads, and
Oh
then
yeah.
post the ads, have them running, get the inquiries in, get them booked, get them in the
It's a
shop.
lot.
It does take some time. There's like a little bit of a buffer period, but if you thug it out, like, it's so worth it,
Hmm.
because in the first few weeks, like, I was kind of in that buffer period, and I was like a little anxious
For
about it, a
sure.
little like, am I gonna like see a return on my investment? But I
For
got
sure.
not only a return on what I put down, but I got profit. And
Yeah.
so that's where I was like, okay, like, I want to continue.
What's been your quality of life? Because like, and just to share a little bit about myself, like I've made very little money in my business when I first started, and then like I make a pretty decent amount, and so like quality of life has changed for me. So the things I could do for people, and this, like, it just opens up so much. How has that experience been for you?
To be honest, it's very much improved my quality of life. To be a little personal, I like am living in an apartment currently with my family, and we had been like struggling month to month, and I was just like building my tattoo business, like hoping that in the future it'll take off and I'll be able to have that money. But then with investing with the advertising, I'm trying to buy a house right now.
It's fucking
So
awesome.
at 19 years old, I'm buying a house for
That's
my
fucking
family.
awesome.
And if that doesn't say that like my quality of life is improving, I don't know what does.
No, I love to hear that because it's impact. Like that's really what I do this shit for. Like I've been in places where it's been very bad, and I've been able to change my life, and to be able to help other people, like I take a lot of pride and joy from that.
For
Truly.
sure. And I definitely feel that too from like the interactions that we've had. I don't ever feel like it's like scammy or like you're just trying
Yes.
to like I mean, it's like obviously we're focused on the business, but it's also very personal. Like, I
Yes.
always felt like I can talk to you and like come to you for support and like be honest about anything going on in my life, and you're very understanding
I'm glad. I'm
and like
glad.
very graceful, I would say.
Thank you. No,
So,
that means a lot. I'm not a scammer. She said it. I had some guy call me a scammer the other day in the comments. I was
oh
like,
my
oh my
gosh,
God,
bro.
I hate that shit. Okay, just to wrap it up. Yeah, I guess what would you say overall about everything? And
10 out of 10 would recommend to anybody who can do it, and anybody
awesome.
can do it. So honestly, it just takes that making that first like leap of faith,
Yeah,
and investing in yourself. And as long as you know that you can keep up and put in the work to get the business that you feel like you deserve, you will get it, especially with having support from a professional team who has a lot of experience and does this kind of thing with many artists. There's testimonials, there's like I don't know
Yeah.
how much more proof that you need that it works.
I had to keep posting. Everyone calls me a scammer. You're 19 years old, by the way.
Yes,
Like that's the
yes,
craziest part. She's 19. You just closed 26 deals this month. That's
yes,
nuts. You made like I think on paper I just seen a 10.4, 10.6 this month.
yes, sir.
Like you're working.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like anybody can do it. You know, if I can do it at 19 years old, people who have been in the industry for 10 plus years and have that quality of work, like they can be doing this too. You know, it's not inaccessible as people think. Anybody who's on the fence about getting started, I would say I was there. And I wish that I didn't hesitate, is what I would say, because then I would have had like 6 months of 10,000 profit a month versus just 3 right now where I'm getting started, where it's like, obviously it's better late than never, but the sooner you get started, the sooner you're going to see the profit. So that's what I have to say about that.
Awesome.